everybody, it's the Watchalongs show. I'm John Maher. That's Aaron Brooks. It's the show where we go over the challenges we're doing and how the progress we've made. Aaron, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I think this might be my favorite backdrop in a while. I just love having my label above me finally.
This is how he identifies. I don't hear
exactly. Mind your pronouns. But yeah, no, I'm excited to be closing this chapter of the challenge because I thought this was going to be easy to find movies based on books, but it's getting kind of hard. I've watched a lot of them, and so I dug a little deeper this week, and I'm glad I did. As
usual. Your thing I didn't even know was a book. Yeah, but we are doing the 5th week of book adaptations. But I'll go first. I have an older thing that I guess was a book. It's a movie I've heard of, and I'm glad it was a book. And I didn't realize this concept. And we'll get into like my big revelation that I already shared with Aaron. But I saw for my challenge this week, which in the Why We Love Horror 3rd annual challenge right there, pause. You can go see what we're actually talking about. A book from, I guess, earlier than 73, because the movie is 1973. But we're talking about Nothing But the Night, which is, I guess it's like a mystery. It's English. It's very English, this movie, like a lot of 70s horror movies are. Basically, there's a mystery. A lot of these people who are trustees in this large family, like money, die in mysterious ways. Like they're like staged as suicides or accidents. It's like your typical, like, greedy people doing greedy people shit. Mm-hmm. Then there's a bus accident where like one of the young girls who's a trustee is in it, and she survives the accident, but starts having kinds of weird visions. What's going on? And it would kind of unravel what's going on. And I kind of feel like I should throw up spoilers because like not my criticism of the movie, but like my big like, whoa, is it winds up, and stop listening. It winds up being the plot to Get Out. Like it's like they're taking the minds of the trustees and putting them into other people, into children. So instead of taking whites and putting them into blacks, we're taking the olds and putting them into the youngs. But it becomes like the last 15 minutes of the movie is Get Out. And I was like, holy shit, Get Out is not original. But I guess Get Out is like seconds and like whatever. But I digress. It is still worth your time. I had a decent time with Nothing But the Night. It's a 3.5-star movie.
Okay.
I think I know what you watched.
Yeah, I'm really keeping a secret here. Single White Female is based on a book. Now you know. A book from 1990. It's a 1992 movie. This like cover right there is like seared into my brain from walking by it at video stores for years and years, Blockbuster and whatnot. Like it is, I think it's honestly like without people realizing one of the most iconic like 90s posters somehow from this movie.
Hell yeah, it is.
That is the really whole concept. Like, yeah, in this movie really, it's okay. It's fun by nature of what we're doing here, which is like having the nightmare roommate come in and like steal your look. It was the creepiest thing in the movie was when she changed her hair. Like yes. Even though she rapes her boyfriend or fiance later in the movie and beats up a gay man, and Stephen Tobolowsky tries to get head from Bridget Fonda. Those things are all less scary than Jennifer Jason Leigh changing her hair and like just acting like nothing was wrong. Hetty is iconic. She's incredible. I don't know what anybody else's name in the movie is, and it doesn't matter. You come to this movie for Hetty, and it's just one of these movies that, like a lot of 90s movies, it just stops. Like the end, it just stops. It like I'm like, oh, we're done. Like I was like shocked when it ended because it did not end where I thought. And there's a dead dog in the movie that is clearly a stuffed animal. So it did not affect me emotionally at all, which is hard to do with dead dogs. That's going to get me. This was like a stuffed animal with a red, like tomatoes on it. It was so funny. And like how it happened, like this is one of these movies where I've like learned about it through osmosis, all the movie. Fiance is the fiance. It's just like, even knowing all the things that are coming, knowing she like purposely leaves the window open so that the dog will walk out the window and die. Like, it's all coming and it doesn't affect that. It's just like a good time. It's on Netflix right now. This is a perfect Netflix movie to just like, someone comes across and it's like, I'll check it out. 3.5 stars, nothing special, but it's fun.
I haven't seen this in my Letterboxd era, but I imagine I'm probably right in the same neighborhood. I remember this being, not bad.
Yeah, it's not like a classic. It's not Misery, but Hetty belongs in the conversation because Jennifer Jason Leigh is crazy in real life.
Think about how many times they've done this plot since.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's been this, like, I don't know if this is the originator of it or not, but if it is, then it deserves more praise just by that. Barbette is the name of the director, and I've seen one other movie of his, Nicolas Cage's Kiss of Death, which was awful. So he has lost his fastball since 1992.
Fantastic. Aside from that challenge, there's also the fact that like Aaron gave me 100 movies to watch this year, and I gave Aaron 100 movies to watch this year. We're making our way through slow but steady. If we go to the earliest movie, Aaron has the earliest movie on the list this week. So we'll start with your first movie. What did you watch?
So yeah, I've been making my way through this challenge a little bit slower than John, but I'm hitting a really good stride here. I feel like the 90s movies that I've missed are some really good ones. The first one on my list is Dark Waters from 1993. So it's not the Japanese Dark Water, or it's not the Mark Ruffalo Dark Waters. This is Mariano Baino, who might as well just change his name to Mariano Fulci, because this is a Fulci movie. And the thing is, it's a good Fulci movie. So, like, does it have a plot? Kinda. Not really, though. It's about a young woman whose father dies, and then she goes on an island in the Black Sea to find out what her father's been funding for years, basically. But it doesn't really go into it. It's all vibes here. It's like a demonic nun vibe movie. 4 stars for me. I really liked it. I thought it had some incredibly effective editing, visuals, and everything. And I didn't care that there wasn't a plot. It was a Fulci movie, not by Fulci.
I must have cared that it wasn't a plot because I'm just slightly lower. I'm at 3.5. I don't remember exactly what I said about it, but it is definitely vibes. It's European vibes to the max. If you're into that kind of stuff, this is like something you're going to need for your completion list for sure.
Yep. And then my other movie is Angel Dust by Gakuryu Ishii, who I looked at his other movies, and I am going to be checking out a few of these other ones for sure. There's one like called August in the Water, and then there's another horror movie called Labyrinths of Dreams. But Angel Dust is a really, really good serial killer procedural with some kind of weird editing choices and whatnot that make it a little more interesting. If Kurosawa's Cure didn't exist, this movie would probably be a half-star better, but Cure does. And it's not Cure because most movies aren't Cure. So it's a 4-star movie for me, though. This has been the poster that's been featured on the list the whole time for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like the first alphabetical order or what, but I've been seeing this poster for a while, so I'm excited to finally have gotten to it.
I'm at 4 stars for Angel Dust myself. Everything you said about Cure being the superior Japanese serial killer procedural police movie is 100%. Like, if you haven't seen Cure, go see Cure.
Yeah, another one I'd put this on the same level as is Creepy, which I'm forgetting who directed that, but it's a similar one where it's just kind of what's brewing beneath with these psychos that keeps it going.
Right. Then we got into my list. First movie I watched this week is 2002's Maléfique. It's a French movie. Really I guess in the world of television, they call this like a bottleneck episode because like the entire movie takes place 97% of the movie takes place in a jail cell where these 4 inmates who are in for a variety of reasons find a spell book, and they want to use the spell book to escape from the prison. So these gentlemen use this book to do a variety of things, but the book is not. It's like every other magic fuck around and find out movie. They fuck around and they find out, and it's not bad. I definitely had a good time with it. I love French horror. I think this does kind of fall into like later. Actually, no, right in the middle of NFE, I guess. Though it's not as extreme as other new French extremity movies. This is a 3.5 for me.
Yeah, I liked it a little less. I gave it a 3. I thought the premise was interesting, and it just never quite gripped me there. And also, this director did the shitty One Missed Call remake.
Yes, that's true.
Which is just again, fastballs being lost all over the place.
And then the second movie I watched this week, I was excited to see this just because I do love Takashi Shimizu. This is 2004's Marabito, which the comparison I made is the plot is it's Little Shop of Horrors, but replace a giant man-eating plant with a Japanese woman who drinks blood. It's not a vampire, though, just subsists on blood. A man, a photographer, videographer, is just obsessed with the idea of being scared. So he wants to make himself be scared. And oh boy, does he go on a journey that he didn't need to fucking go on. I don't even want to spoil this movie. If you haven't seen Marabito, go check it out. Like he goes some places, and there's definitely a blood-sucking alive woman that isn't a vampire. 4 stars.
Yeah, I agree. 4 stars for me. Very Lovecraftian as well, which is nice to see with Japanese horror. Scary, very scary movie.
Yes. Hey, next week, back to Aaron's second prompt of the year. We're doing 5 weeks of Giallo.
Hell
yeah. Here we go. Like,
just a regular week for me.
And I don't know if you know this, but Aaron probably more than me, we've seen a lot of Giallo. So we're going to have to dig a little deeper, probably finding some Giallo movies that you guys wouldn't even dream of watching, but we're going to talk about it for the next 5 weeks here on the Watchalongs show. If you made this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. Here's the list again. That is the Why We Love Horror Challenge. Those are the 100 movies Aaron gave me, and these are the 100 movies I gave Aaron. Until next week, I'm JWMaher. That's Aaron Brooks. This has been the Watchalongs Show. Enjoy watching movies.